everybody. Welcome back. Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. We're Week 7, Game 7. It is Week 6 in the state of Alabama. This guy is off Friday night, and I'm sure he's glad to be. But we bring to you live and on the air the head coach of the Albertville Aggies, head coach Bert Browne. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Man, I'm good, and yes, it is. It is good to have an open date this weekend. Me and my wife are going to go down to the Auburn, Georgia game.
Oh, good
Saturday.
game. Oh, yeah, good game to be headed to. So you are going to Opelika.
Yeah, I am. One of my best friends in the world, Johnny Orr, who I played football at Tennessee Tech with. He played football and baseball at Tennessee Tech. His granddaddy and Suge Jordan were best friends. They played ball together, and so they go way back into the Auburn years. And so we're going to go down there and have a good time with Johnny and his wife Kelly, and enjoy the. I'm gonna yell War Eagle a lot just to hear those people, because you say War Eagle's an Auburn fan, they have to say it back to you. It's like one of those things, you know.
Yes, I'm very familiar with it. You know, I did a lot of work for old Coach Pat Dye, and I stayed out of Notasulga at his place, and I've had a chance to walk on the field. I've been standing right next to Coach Dye when the Eagle comes in and eats that turkey leg, and a lot of great memories of Auburn. It's a special place. People that have never been to an Auburn football game definitely need to go to an Auburn football game. It is something. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's a family-oriented thing. You'll see a lot of young kids at the game. The people it's a different atmosphere. Well, Coach, we're going to talk a little bit about the Aggies. You're sitting a little bit in a fickle here. You're 0-5, but you've grown up a lot since week 1, and you took some losses to Sparkman and Austin. Talk about these last 2 games, because you faced two pretty good teams, didn't you, Coach?
We probably faced the 3 best teams in our region out of the gate, and for us, when we're starting an 8th grader and 4 sophomore offensive linemen, probably not the best way to start, you know. And like I told the kids, we're open this week, so we practiced Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm giving tomorrow and Friday off and bringing them back in Sunday afternoon. And I told them, I said, guys, we played the best 3 football teams that we're going to play, and in my opinion, and so, that's kind of one of those deals. Do you want to play the lesser teams first or the lesser teams last? And we have played some, and it's a tough region, so it's not like we're just going to walk down the stretch and win, especially when we're so dang young. But we've got a much better chance to win than we've had in the last 3 weeks. I can tell you that, because I tell you what, Austin is the biggest high school football team I believe I've ever seen, and as a former college coach, it's been all over the daggone Southeast watching high school football. I mean, they were huge. I haven't seen a high school football team. I don't believe that is that big and physical, and they've got a very good football team. And so, that's one of the things I've told our kids. I said, man, we're not going to face a team like the last 3 weeks that we faced, and we're going to face good teams, but not as big and physical as we've faced.
What do you, take away the record and everything, take it out of the picture, and you've played with this bunch and everything. Where do you feel like you've grown up a lot, Coach, that, and maybe realities hit them, and what's the plan between as you run through the last 5 games? I mean, and you're at this point of a rest week, what do you think has come out that, where you say, man, where we were back in July and where we are today is 2 different days?
Yeah. Well, we're light years ahead when I got here in March. This was a program that's been down and out. They've went to 7A 3 years ago, and discipline was not in their repertoire, as Coach Ragland used to say. and so we've brought some of that in, instilled that in there to them, and that kind of thing, and so anyway, it's one of those deals where we've come a long way. My little 8th grade quarterback's getting better every week, made some 8th grade mistakes last week. Missed a handoff and then tried to make a play and threw an interception. So, things like that he still does, and we still do as a team. Like I say, when you're starting 4 sophomore offensive linemen and 8th grade quarterback in 7A football in the state of Alabama, it's not a recipe for success, really, but it is something you can look to the future and say, heck, man, we have our future looks bright.
Yeah, and that's the key, and they're getting and he's getting game time experience, and he's learning what he should do and what he shouldn't do and everything. I do want to say one thing, I've had the opportunity to see 2 Rockville games, and would you believe this, but there are 2 football players that when it comes halftime, they still got their football pads on and everything, but they actually get a horn and they march in the marching band during the half. So two football players, definitely 2 big kids, but they're also getting to participate in the arts, and that's kind of that kind of says something. If you can do the time management of band in the fall and football in the fall and handle your grades, that's a huge time management. I mean, that you talk about preparing you for. I mean, the real world. You can't get any better than that if you're managing 2 extracurricular activities.
Yeah. I mean, Walter Payton did that in high school. He played football and then, of course, played in the band at halftime. But we probably have the best band in the Southeast United States. We have an unbelievable band here. I think we've got 400 kids in the band. They're going to the Rose Bowl parade this year, and it's a lot like Stewart's Creek's band. I mean, Stewart's Creek had an unbelievable band, but our band is excellent, and we hope that we can play football like they can play at halftime because they're awful good.
Well, Coach, you got Huntsville coming up, and that'll be next, and that game will be away, and we'll talk about it. And we will not have a show next week, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what you know about Huntsville and that upcoming game, and get that capsule in. What do you know about Huntsville?
Well, I mean, they're big and physical, and they're not as big as the last 3 football teams we've played, but they got a good football team. James Clemens, who's down the stretch, is 4-1 right now, a team that we've got to play, and they lost to James Clemens by 2 touchdowns, I think, last week. So they've got a good football team, and they've got some skill, and they got a quarterback that can play, and so it's going to be a challenge for us. I'm hoping that our guys, go out there and go, hey, man, this is more like it here. We're not playing a 6'5", 315-pound guard and a 6'6", 325-pound tackle, which is what Austin had, and but they're still good size and all that stuff. But we're going to have to go out and again, when you're young, you make some silly mistakes, and we just can't make those mistakes and win football games. So hopefully we can get in the win column next week.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck. Enjoy your trip to the plains of Auburn and War Dam Eagle, and have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself, and we will talk again soon on Inside the Headset.
Yeah, War Eagle Stork, and I appreciate what you do, man, and thanks for talking to me tonight. And I hope everybody's doing well back in Tennessee.
I'll see you soon, Coach. Take care.
All right, buddy. You too.
Bye-bye.